Do you monitor the words that you speak each day? Perhaps if you could, you would see which ones are positive and which ones are negative. And how do they stack against each other in number? Are there more negative ones than positive? Or perhaps there's more positive than negative? If we all took an inventory, we would realize how closely our words relate to our overall health. Hi friends, it's Lauren. There was a neuroscience experiment conducted by Maria Richter and collaborating scientists to see if words actually hurt. And the study proved that negative words release stress and anxiety-inducing hormones in the subjects. Neuroscientist Dr. Andrew Newberg and communications expert Robert Wallman wrote a book, and they found that a single word has the power to influence the expression of genes that regulate physical and emotional stress. A single word has that much weight to it. Wow. Let's face it, our words affect our health, and they affect the people around us as well. Perhaps you are thriving with your health, or perhaps you are just hanging on day by day. So what can you do right now to turn your health in a more positive direction? In Proverbs chapter 15, it contrasts the wisdom of gentle speech with the folly of harsh and destructive words. And in verse 4, it states, "A wholesome tongue is a tree of life, but perverseness therein is a breach in the spirit." A perverse or a corrupt tongue promotes brokenness. It disrupts the soul. In other words, corrupt words promote a broken body, broken health. Perhaps if we applied this verse, we would see that our broken spirit can be remedied if we would just start speaking in wholesome words. To speak wholesome words means words that promote mental or moral health or well-being. A wholesome tongue, wholesome words, is a tree of life, but perverseness therein is a breach in the spirit. Is it easy to be around someone who is constantly speaking negative thoughts or negative things? No. It's difficult because unwholesome language just tears down, and it's draining after you've been exposed to that. In fact, some of us run away, right? So there are 3 tips in getting started with a healthier you when it comes to words. Number 1, if you are finding yourself in the company of consistently negative people who hold negative words and non-constructive conversation, find more positive company to be around. Change who you hang around with if the conversations are consistently negative. Number 2, maybe it's your own words that are unwholesome. And you can't get away from yourself, but realize that things can change. Your thoughts and your words can become wholesome. And I'll tell you a little bit how. The words we say are a result of what's already stored in your mind or even in your heart. So guess what? In order to change your words, you need to change your mind, your heart. So how does this happen? It starts first with a desire to want to change, and then a surrender of your mind to God, to take every thought captive to the obedience of Christ. So what does that look like? It looks like saying a faith-filled prayer of surrender to God, to ask Him to give you a new heart and put a new spirit within you. He knows you more than you do, and He hears your prayers. So don't worry if the prayer doesn't sound perfect. He can give you that good gift of a changed mind. Simply asking for a transformed mind every day can do wonders for your life, because your words will change to wholesome words through God's power. God hears your prayers. Just trust Him. And lastly, number 3, follow up. Follow up with your new change of words. See how others react to your words. And if it's difficult to see any changes, keep praying that special prayer for a new mind, a new heart. God is faithful to give you what you ask, and it's because He wants you to be happy and healthy. Keep in mind also that your influence is more than you realize. A book called Youth Instructor written way back in 1895, states our own words have an effect upon our character, but they still act more powerfully upon the characters of others around us. Words are the index of our inward thoughts. Mischief is done by thoughtless utterances. Our words evidence the manner of food which the soul feeds. So we need to check up on our words. If they haven't changed, check where you have been feeding your soul, what you're looking at, listening to, and around. The evidence will be there. Friends, if you know you need a change of heart, don't hesitate to ask God for help. He's waiting to give you help. Remember, the tongue of the wise is health. Proverbs 12:18. Be encouraged today that your health can turn around for the better. Start with looking at your words. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you found it to be interesting and helpful. We're here to be a blessing to you. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.